The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Diego Castro, bringing you the biggest headlines from around the world. At least 12 Palestinians were killed as Israeli fires at the Indonesian hospital complex in northeast Gaza. Palestinian news agency Wafa said the facility in Beit Lahia had been hit by an artillery fire. Health officials said 700 patients along with staff were under fire from Israeli forces. Indonesia's foreign ministry meanwhile said it had lost contact with 3 Indonesian volunteers at the hospital. The Indonesian hospital, which was set up in 2016, is funded by Jakarta. The Israeli Defense Forces said troops had only fired back at fighters in the hospital, while taking, quote, numerous measures to minimize harm to non-combatants.
الاحتلال الإسرائيلي يضع الآن مستشفى الأندونيسي في دائرة الموت، حيث منذ اللحظة الأولى لصباح هذا اليوم قام الاحتلال الإسرائيلي باستهداف هذا المستشفى بالقنابل المدفعية برصاص القناصة المتواجدة في محيط هذا المستشفى من الجرحى والمرافقين، وعدد أيضا كبير من الجرحى بحالات خطيرة وحرجة من بينها طواقم طبية. لا زال العدد مرشح للزيادة من الضحايا لأنه لا يتوفر خدمة صحية في داخل هذا.
The Israeli army claims to have discovered a weaponry lab under a mosque in Gaza City. Army spokesman Daniel Hagari said the factory was used to produce weapons and unmanned aerial vehicles. Hagari added that soldiers also found a tunnel shaft after searching the mosque in the Zaytun neighborhood. Reuters, though, was not able to independently verify the location or the date when the video was filmed. Yemen's Houthis seizes a British-owned and Japanese-operated cargo ship in the southern Red Sea. Iran-backed Houthis said they had seized a ship in that area, but described it as Israeli. They have been launching missiles and drones at Israel in solidarity with the Palestinian Hamas militants. For their part, Iran has denied claims that it was involved in the seizure of the cargo ship. The vessel's owner said it is now in the Hodeidah port area in Yemen and denied to provide further details. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now World. I'm Diego Castro. Argentine President-elect Javier Milei pledges economy shock therapy to address an ongoing crisis. Milei's victory in the presidential polls rolls the dice on an outside to fix an economy battered by triple-digit inflation, a looming recession, and rising poverty. Milei's plans include shutting the central bank, ditching the peso, and slashing spending. He is also considering potentially painful reforms that resonated with voters' frustration at the economic situation.
El modelo de la decadencia ha llegado a su fin. No hay vuelta atrás. Los resultados de este modelo están a la vista de todos. De ser el país más rico del mundo, hoy somos 130. La mitad de los argentinos son pobres y el 10% es indigente. Basta del modelo empobrecedor de la casta. Hoy volvemos a abrazar el modelo de la libertad para volver a ser una potencia mundial.
Argentines are mixed about what to expect from their new president in addressing their economic malaise. More on that in this report by the Associated Press.
Va a ser duro, va a ser complicado, pero bueno, peor iba a ser con el gobierno actual, porque era lo mismo, no cambiaba nada. Va a estar complicado, pero vamos a salir adelante con el esfuerzo de la gente, vamos a salir adelante. Con la actual dirigencia íbamos a empeorar todavía.
É um pouco de medo, não? Porque não sabemos o que vai passar. Porque hoje é feriado, mas amanhã é que nos vamos enterar como tudo foi aceito afuera, não? Como os mercados vão reacionar. Hoje todavia não sabemos nada, mas amanhã vamos a ver. Porque uma vez que o dólar sube, ou seja, as coisas, a comida, o alquiler, tudo sube.
Va a cambiar totalmente. Es algo que mucha gente lo quería y que estamos con las expectativas de conseguir un cambio para bien, que la Argentina lo necesita y que es algo que muchos ya quieren.
Let's now take a quick look at other world stories we are watching. An Italian court hands down lengthy jail sentences to over 200 defendants in the country's largest mafia trial in 3 decades. The list of those sentenced includes a former Italian senator. Pop star Shakira reaches a deal with prosecutors on her tax fraud case. She accepted the charges and will pay a fine of $8 million and an additional $472,000 in exchange for having her prison sentence waived. And U.S. President Joe Biden pardons 2 enormous turkeys from Thanksgiving dinner tables as Americans prepare for their feast. The turkeys will, quote, retire to the University of Minnesota. And those are the top world headlines of the hour. Join us again at 9:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.